Mystery Marketplace thing at banner at the bottom. Sorry. There we go. We were just at the Magical Mystery Marketplace with Miss Kelly and me, and Buchanan the Love Witch was in the back producing, and she's still here helping us behind the scenes, like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. Does that make me the big green head? Is that what I am? I think I am, big green head. Anyway, this is our Tarot for Kindness. Tarot for Kindness is our fundraiser that we do weekly. Used to be on Wednesdays. Now we've moved it to Sundays. What we're doing is I'm reading tarot cards, $10 per card. You can get 1 card reading, 2 card reading, 3 card reading. This is a great opportunity. If you don't want to have a full, I want a soundbite to play that it says, stay away from that curtain. Yeah. Don't pay no attention to the person behind the curtain. Anyway, it's me and my friend Yvonne. He'll be joining us here in about 9 minutes. It's 5:20 in the morning in Kyiv right now, so he's probably just getting up and getting his tea. He's just getting over, he has COVID and he's still coughing a little bit. Last Wednesday, he couldn't join us, but he's going to join us today. I talked to him this morning. So he's feeling a bit better, but he's coughing a little bit. Anyway, we get together once a week and I do tarot readings for donations, $10 per card. 100% of the proceeds go to feed seniors in Ukraine. These are people that are in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. Some of them are disabled or otherwise are not able to. Oh. Yvonne, you're here. But
I saw you and immediately joined.
Okay, it's good, but I'm getting an echo. I'm going to pop out and pop back in again. Yeah.
It's okay.
You can talk to everybody and I'll come back. Oops. Now he's gone. Maybe he's going to pop out and pop back in. Yeah, it was a bad echo. Could you hear the echo? Or am I the only one hearing it? Oh, okay. Let's see if it's better now. Hey, it works.
But now I cannot hear you.
You can't?
Almost.
Do you want to try going out and going back in again? Let's see if that works.
Let me do this one more time and then we will figure out.
Okay. All right. Anyway, there's Yvonne. That's Yvonne. Yvonne Subotin is in Kyiv, Ukraine, and he is got a small grassroots organization where he and a small team get together. Let's see if it works now. Let's see if it works. Now? Better?
Yeah. What about me?
Perfect. 3's the charm. It works great now.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Yvonne, and he is in Ukraine. He has a small team of himself and a few other people that raise funds, purchase groceries. They about $40 US purchases about 2 weeks worth of groceries, more or less, for these seniors who are struggling under the full-scale invasion. And some of them are very desperate for food. Some of them, we've even told stories about people begging for bread and you finding these seniors because they're begging for bread. So some of them are completely housebound, can't get out, bedbound, disabled in some way. Some are blind, some are not able to move their legs or work with canes. I mean, they're really, really struggling. And on top of that, imagine having not enough money for food and a full-scale war going on. I mean, this is the most unbelievably compassionate thing that we can do with our, from a distance. When we think about someone who's suffering, the best thing you can do is stand next to them, be with them, see them, let them know that you care about them. And this is an opportunity for us to let these beautiful seniors who have, given so much of their life to teaching, science. We've talked about the personal stories of these seniors, and they're incredible stories. Some are, research scientists or teachers or engineers or worked on the trains. I mean, we've had all different kinds of stories, right, of their jobs when they were working. Now they are really struggling just to be able to have food and shelter. And this is a way we can really help them with not only just this, but, the addition of being bombed and, the terrorism that's happening in Ukraine on a daily basis. You don't see it in the news too much anymore. I see it because I follow Ukrainian news sources, but it is happening every day. My friend messaged me last week and she goes, "Oh my gosh, did you hear they were bombing Ukraine?" I'm like, "They bombed Ukraine every day. This is not a new news, you know." It's just that she saw it in the news for the first time in a while. Like it hasn't been happening. Just because you don't hear it in the news doesn't mean it's not happening. It's still happening. So this is our way of being able to stand in solidarity with people who simply want freedom, you know, simply want to be free to express themselves. They don't want to be conquered by a totalitarian government. They want to have a free election. They want to be their own country. This is our way to help and support these amazing, strong, resilient people. I mean, the stories of resilience are amazing to me. And one of these resilient people is Ivan, who in all of this has decided to take on for himself, I'm going to feed these seniors, right?
Maybe. I don't think I'm too resilient, but at least much more than many others.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can still do this over a year and a half, which is amazing. When I started this, I didn't have a thought that it will go this far.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable. We've already gotten 2 donation, one a $10 donation from Glass Goblin and $30 from Leslie.
I know her. She's my friend on
Aw,
Instagram. Thank you.
wonderful. All right. So Glass Goblin and Leslie, go ahead and put your questions that you have for the reading. What would you like to have a reading about? What's the topic? Or do you have a specific question that you'd like to ask? Or we could just have a general reading. Some people, you know, want to make a donation, but they don't have anything in particular that's going on in their life that they need to look at. Oh, John Paul's here. Hi, John Paul. Hi. Um, so if you have a question, you can ask that question. If you have a topic you'd like to look at, you can choose a topic. Or if you'd like just a general reading, like maybe you want to make a donation, but you don't have anything that's really front of mind that you need to answer a question, we can have a general reading. Today I'm using the Silver Acorn Tarot. Silver Acorn Tarot by Stephanie Buscema. I wrote the guidebook for it. Stephanie did all the art, design, and conception of it. I mean, this was all her, really all her. I just took the deck and wrote the book. You know, I looked at the images and I wrote the book. She came up with all the ideas. It's such a beautiful deck, really gorgeous quality deck, and amazing pictures, beautiful images, magical things, all hand painted, by the way. These are not computer generated art, or not to say that that's bad, but these are really old school, you know, painted images that she painted by hand with watercolors and gouache. John Paul made a donation. All right, so go ahead and put your questions in. Oh, lovely. We're getting lots of donations. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, John Paul. So go ahead and put your questions into the chat. If you'd like a general reading or a specific question answered, go ahead and put that into chat. And we'd love to see that. Okay. Oh, I love the new photo thumbnail with your beautiful picture to advertise the product. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, Glass Goblin. Hook me up with a card. Happy to be able to give a little general guidance. Whatever I need will come through. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Glass Goblin. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what we got for you today. Thank you so much for helping, and I love to hook you up with a card. All right, let's see what we got for you. General guidance, general information. Oh, beautiful. We've got 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles energy is a lovely enjoyment of life, right? This is an elegant woman, strawberry lady. But think about strawberries for a second. I mean, let's talk about a strawberry for a second. When you have a fresh, ripe strawberry that's in season, I mean, I don't know how it is in Ukraine, but here they sell strawberries in the middle of January. It's like they're terrible. You know, they have to fly, they pick them when they're green and they fly them over and they don't have any flavor. But when you get that beautiful ripe strawberry in June, May, June, July, so that's the best thing in the world. So delicious, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
enjoyable. Yeah. If you grow your own sugar.
I cannot remember this taste because I'm eating a lemon right now.
So that strawberry sweetness, it's like this burst of pleasure, you know? So I don't think that Stephanie necessarily thought about that. Maybe she did. She didn't express it to me when she was making this card. But I think of that pleasurable aspect of the strawberry and this beautiful, cute little strawberry gal. She's so gorgeous. This is like enjoying pleasures, really enjoying pleasures. Yeah. So it's like, I would say this is wild strawberries are the best, right? Absolutely. I mean, there's just bursting with that beautiful, sweet and tart and juicy energy. Oh, I love it. So, Glass Goblin, I want you to spend the next week really focusing on pleasure. What brings you pleasure and creating pleasurable experiences for yourself? Like, really be mindful and present for the pleasures. What that pleasure is, like a refreshing glass of water when you're thirsty, or a beautiful piece of fruit that's in season, or the smell of something. It's a very sensual card I think of when I think of Nine of Pentacles. It's like, it's this senses. She's out there, she's playing with her little butterfly on her hand instead of instead of a falcon on her hand and the Rider Waite Smith. She's playing with a little butterfly. She's got the little snail at her feet, and she's got those gorgeous gold coins and a beautiful, beautiful vineyard around her. This is about really enjoying all that you have created, all that you've grown, all that you've developed, all the work that you've put in, but just enjoying it now. So this is like a great way to remind ourselves to be mindful and to be something that I like to call a joy hunter. A joy hunter. Like you're hunting for treasure, look for things to be joyful about in your life. Look for them. Don't just wait for joy to happen to you. Actively seek it out. That's really what the message of this card is. So do that this week, and you're going to find it opens up so much for you. It really brings you, I think it's going to open up your heart, open up your consciousness. It's going to bring you back to yourself. I mean, there's so many absolutely gorgeous benefits of that practice. So I think there's lots to appreciate in your life. Yeah, that's exactly what I need to focus on. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. I wish strawberries were in season. Maybe it's a piece of pumpkin pie. I don't know. Whatever's in season right now. You know what's in season right now that has that quality that we have here in Southern California? Oh, Anatoly.
I'm sorry, he doesn't always show the appropriate places of his organism.
That's all right. You know what's in that I'm experiencing the strawberry energy in right now is passion fruit. Passion fruit. It is I had a neighbor bring some passion fruit over, and I have them in a fruit bowl in my house. Every time I walk by it, the smell is the best smell. It smells so good. I love passion fruit. It's delightful fruit, and it's got a perfume that really is just unbelievable, unbelievable, so gorgeous. So find those little pleasures every day, really relish them, enjoy all of your hard work and everything that you've accomplished. Really sit there in that place of pleasure. That's a good one. That's a good fortune for you. All right, our next one is Leslie. So Leslie, 3 cards general reading. Okay, thank you so much, Leslie. Thank you for your donation. Thank you, Glasglavin, for your donation too. All righty, we're going to take a look. Let's see what we got here. This one jumped out, so I'm going to pull that one, and I'm going to pull 2 more. 2 of Wands jumped out. When a card jumps out, I like to look at it and use it in my reading. Oh, nice. Oh, interesting. Cool stuff, Leslie. All right. So our first card is the 2 of Wands. So 2 of Wands, in the traditional Rider-Waite, it's an explorer. But we could look at this as a spiritual explorer. This is a little cat in a witch hat who's holding a beautiful crystal ball, not a globe of the world. But I think of that, still that energy of like looking out over the ocean and dreaming and visioning. That's really what this card means for me in both decks, actually. But this is a much more mystical version of this, the visioning work that you do this coming week will be powerful. So if you can sit down and start to either, there's lots of ways you can vision. You can vision in your mind's eye. You can think about whatever it is that you're manifesting and imagine what it feels like to get it. what would it feel like to pay off all your bills? What would it feel like to get that promotion? What would it feel like to be in love? But really sit in that imaginary feeling and sit in it and appreciate it or visualize it or see it in your mind's eye or hear the story of it in your mind's ear. You could do something practical like doing a vision board, or my favorite, which is a witch box, which is, let's see if I have one here. Oh, there's no papers in it. You take a box and you decorate it, and then you put your wishes in there, right? What it is that you're trying to manifest, right? So that's another way of doing visioning work, right? So I would do some visioning work this week because it's really enhanced for you, and to bring that into your practice or back to your practice or emphasize that in your practice, it's going to be very powerful this week. It's like, this is the planning before the actual action. This is the visioning before the action. So this is the very first step to manifestation, which is the vision, the idea, the belief in it, and all of that. So you want to activate all of that this week so spend some time doing some manifestation work, but really focus on the visioning part of it, whether that's a vision board, a box, in your mind's eye, or writing a story in a journal, or any of those things would be very, very powerful for you. So get back on that, or get on that, Leslie. That's wonderful. What I see showing up for that is this gorgeous energy. So we have the Knight of Cups and we have the Queen of Wands. Now, this is a very interesting combination because Knight of Cups, I often see as someone returning back to your life, someone coming back into your life. It could be an old friend, it could be an old lover, it could be a long lost relative, but somebody coming back into your life. It's a positive person. So it's not like your ex that you're trying to get rid of coming back into your life. It's somebody that's positive, that you have good feelings about, that loves you and cares about you, coming back into your life. It might be, it might not be very dramatic. It might be you haven't heard from a friend in 6 months and then they reach out to you again. It doesn't have to necessarily be a big dramatic thing, but it's this loving energy coming back into your life. I definitely see Queen of Wands energy as being you, Leslie. This is about your energy. Confident, optimistic, powerful, creative, motivated, optimistic, all of these things, sensual. I mean, this is passion. She's a passionate woman, right? So she's passionate in all areas of her life, and taking action as well. So I love this visioning part of it. And I also love this part of it. They could be together. They could be separate. I don't know. But this is definitely somebody returning back into your life in a way that is positive. It's a nice person coming back into your life. So I love that. Really sweet cards. Great, great energy for this week. I love it.
I also wanted to make a small announcement. I see new faces here. Actually, it was exactly I predicted and you predicted. But guys, I want all those who donated, those who didn't do this. I want you all to friend me on Facebook. First of all, you will have an opportunity to see my new posts every day, except Sunday maybe, because Sunday is the only day I can have a rest, at least a theory. And you can see our reports, you can see how this money works. And also, if you are my friend on Facebook and if you donated to the cause, I have an opportunity to tag you in my gratitude post. I also make every day. Thank you.
Yeah, he did. It's wonderful. And friend Yvonne, and you'll see these wonderful pictures of the actual seniors that you're helping, because the money that you donate today, it's morning in Ukraine. He's going to go to the grocery store with that money, make some grocery purchases, deliver those. He and his team are going to deliver those groceries today. Tomorrow he's going to post the picture and you'll see it tomorrow. I mean, that's literally the person that you helped. So you can see the people that you helped, which is such an amazing thing. So do follow
And
him on
also,
Facebook. Yeah.
And also, if you donated, please write me so that I can link your profile here and your profile on Facebook, because it could be different and it can be a little bit confusing.
Yeah. Like I have my Pamela Moore on mostly what I use on Facebook. And then I have Madam Pamita. If you didn't know me, you wouldn't know those two people are the same person. So that's why he's saying if your name is not your name here and on Facebook the same, he's not going to know, who's who. So make sure that you reach out to him when you follow him and let him know. All right. Yeah, so we're doing fundraising for helping seniors in Ukraine, feeding seniors in Ukraine. Thank you so much, Glass Govlin. Thank you so much, Leslie's. John Paul, you're next. What's your question, John Paul? Thank you so much, John Paul. John Paul has been here since day one and has shown up almost every week. It would not be a Tarot for Kindness if John Paul wasn't here, I think. So I have rediscovered a sparkling wine from New Mexico, which is Gruet. I haven't heard anything from C. It's been over 2 months. I've been thinking about him. Is he still here in Colorado? Huh. Interesting. Okay. This is wonderful. You're making discoveries. You're doing all this wonderful work and becoming an expert. You could be a sommelier, you know. This is a wonderful skill to learn. So let's see. Is he still here in Colorado? Yeah, let's take a look and see. All right.
Hello, John Paul. Glad to see you too.
Yeah.
You said almost every week, but in fact, John Paul is here every week without any exclusion, as far as I believe.
I don't think I don't think there's been a time you haven't been here, John Paul. I think you've been here since day one. I kind of feel like you've been here since day one that we've been doing this. Moon card shows up. Interesting. This is a card about kind of like not seeing everything. I almost liken this card. Oh, well, it's like very much like if you're walking outside at nighttime, maybe the moon's shining, but you don't see as much and as far as when the sun is shining, right? So it's kind of like hidden, mysterious, and all of that. I think he's maybe laying low. He may be looking for a job. That may be what's happening. He may even be undecided. You know, there's kind of a mysterious, foggy quality to the moon card, can kind of go in either direction kind of energy. So I think that what you have to do is put your trust in the best outcome, right? If this is meant to be, it will happen and he'll reach out to you. You'll come together. If it isn't meant to be, I don't see why not. We saw so many good things about it. But maybe it's just a time of like quiet, you know, nighttime is quiet time. Nighttime is a little mysterious. And maybe it's a time that he's working on other things or getting his job together. So just be patient with it and do all your other things and have all your fun. Yeah. Maybe that he's, you know, sometimes when people lose their jobs, they get very depressed or something like that. I mean, there is a quality, some believe the moon card to be like, you know, fantasy and an illusion or something like that. Maybe he's like worrying about his job and wondering what he's going to do and getting into that mindset right now where he's, you know, concerned about, you know, all the or confused by all the possibilities. So just be patient, wait, keep going forward. The message of the moon card is always to just keep going forward, trust, have faith, go forward. Your blessings are ahead. So I would say that with this, you know, it's just trust your blessings, trust that this is going to turn out for the very best for all. You know, that's the thing you have to do. So you just keep on trucking and doing your thing and remember what we saw last time is like getting out there and getting involved in things. It's always good for you. You know, that's always good for you to get involved in new things. And I love that you're involved in like your wine tasting and knowledge of wines is very good. You know, it's like a really good hobby, wonderful hobby to have. And so keep doing that, bringing that out and trying, you know, finding friends that enjoy that as well. Go to wine tastings and all of those things. So yeah. All right. So next we have Alan. Alan, is A going to reach out to me? If yes, in how many days or weeks? Okay, let's take a look and see. We'll see if the cards tell us a timing. Certain cards give us timings, and we'll see if one of those pops up. All righty. Oh, interesting. Knight of Wands came up. Knight of Wands card is a very fast card. It's a very, it's fire energy, and it's definitely like movement forward. So if you're asking if this person is if A is going to reach out to you, this would be a strong yes, that they're going to come forward. They're going to come forward with passion. meaning the reason they're reaching out to you is a very passionate reason. Now, passion can be, of course, romance, but it also could be maybe even perhaps anger. Fire energy can go either way. So they're going to reach out to you with lots of energy, lots of passion, and it's not going to be far. Thank you so much for putting Los Angeles Tarot Reader. That's for my tarot class. If you want to take my tarot class, you can go to losangelestarotreader.com. So this person is going to reach out to you quickly. It's probably, I would say it would be within a week to 10 days, they're going to reach out to you. It's going to be a passion that drives them. Hopefully the good passion that drives them, but it also could be like they want to iron out something. This is a fire card. Fire can warm us when we're cold, but fire can also burn us. So just, step carefully, make sure that they're reaching out in a good way. I'm hoping that that's what happens, but also be aware that it could be that they want to hash out something as well. They may want to talk about something or process something or do something like that. Knight of Wands energy is courageous and bold, definitely passionate, sensual, quick energy. Fire moves quickly. This is not slow water or slow earth. This is fast energy. So I don't think it's very far away. And it's night energy is always good energy for somebody coming back. It's a very strong card for somebody coming back. So expect that within the next 10 days or so. All right. Thank you so much for your donation, Ellen. Thank you. We appreciate it. So glad you're here. Yes. So thank you. Love what you're saying. Lots of great timing methods in those tarot classes. Thank you for prompting me. If you want to know about how to do timings, then come to my advanced tarot class. Beginning tarot class opens up on October 8th. If you'd like to get involved in that and learn tarot, you just go to losangelestarotreader.com, or you can go to witchcraftworkshops.com. That will also take you there as well. All right. Brain of Jello. Brain of Jello. One for me, a card for Kim, and a card for Taryn. Okay, Kim, what's your question? Is it just general reading that you want for you and Taryn, or do you want, thank you so much for your donation, by the way. Yeah. Kim, do you want one just general, or do you have a question, or does Taryn have a question? Pop it into the chat if you do. Or you can just say general, and we'll do a general. If you would like to get a reading, everybody that's watching, you can. It's very easy to do. All you have to do is make a donation through Venmo, PayPal, or on Super Chat. If you are on YouTube, you'll see the little Super Chat button below. It looks like a little dollar bill, I think. You can make your donation there, $10 per card. So for a $10 donation, you get a 1-card reading, $20 donation, 2-card reading, $30 donation, 3-card reading, 40, 50. We can go all the way up to 780 because there's 78 cards. We can't go higher than 780 though. So if you want to make a 790 donation, you're going to have to make a 780 donation and then a 10 donation. We'll do again. So you can make any donation of any size, $10 per card. We'll do a reading. It's great for a little check-in. All right, Kim and Taryn, I guess you want a general reading unless you say, wait, general reading. Okay, great. All right. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. All right.
Thank you for friending me on Facebook, both. I hope it was you.
Kim and Taryn.
Yeah.
Kim and Taryn, yeah. They're amazing. Love those two. All right. Taryn went through my tarot class last year. Taryn, are you coming back again this year for freebie? Once you've gone through the tarot class, you paid for it once, you can come back and repeat as many times as you'd like for free. So hopefully you'll make some classes to come back again and get a refresher, have some fun, and get some practice. It's a lot of fun. All right. Oh, look at this cute. It's really you guys, We've got King of Wands and Queen of Cups. I love this. I mean, I know you guys a little bit, and this seems really to fit a lot. Let's talk about yours, Kim. King of Wands. All right. For this King of Wands is the essence that you want to bring forward in the coming week, right? What are we looking at for the coming week? That's a nice general thing that we can do. King of Wands energy is empowered, optimistic, fiery energy. So be careful not to get too angry about things this week. But you're certainly passionate and optimistic and somebody that it puts things into action. This is an action person, confident, strong, good at what you do, skillful, and really like a doer, like a doer. That's what I think of when I think of the King of Wands, not somebody sitting around thinking about it, dreaming about it. It's like, let's get up and go. There's energy of King of Wands, a physical activity in the coming week. So if you're thinking about, doing a new kind of physical activity of some kind, this is a great week to start it, or going back to a physical activity that you used to do. If you're thinking about health issues, King of Wands is vigorous, good health. So this is a great card to see if you're dealing with a health issue or going in for any checks or anything this week. Good, strong, healthy King of Wands. Creativity is also highlighted with King of Wands. King of Wands can be very creative, problem solver, doing creative activities, things that spark your passion and enthusiasm are great this week. So get out, go get moving if you're able to, get moving. Get out and do some things out in the world. There's lovely weather that we're having in Southern California right now. I know you're in Southern California, so you enjoy this great weather. But yeah, step into it. Step into your power. This is a really empowered card. It's like, And if there's anything, I don't know if this is an issue at work of like you wanting to move up or do something like that. This is more leadership roles coming on. So if you want to be in a higher leadership role, this is a good week to ask for that promotion as well. So I love seeing that King of Wands energy. All right, let's look at Taryn's card. Cute little Taryn, Queen of Cups. Super psychic energy, magical, mystical, dreamy, Queen of Cups. This is a highly gifted psychic doing your psychic work. She doesn't have the fish. Sometimes the other one has a little fish. Well, she's got a starfish there. I guess you could be a starfish communicator. Doing psychic work with animals, doing psychic work for people, all of that is really highlighted. Any kind of endeavor that in the coming week that you put your mind to that has this mystical, spiritual quality, anything that you're working with your magic or you're working with your divination practice is really going to be amplified. I think it's like we have these waves of things that I think of, like there's good opportunities and times when energy is high for something. So this week energy is very high for you to do like divination work. Oh my gosh, I just got it. Tea leaf reading. Taryn, have you been doing tea leaf reading? It's a good time to do tea leaf reading. If you don't do tea leaf reading, I have a tea leaf reading workshop that's an on-demand workshop. You can learn how. I think you've been to my tea leaf reading workshop, though. Anyway, this is a great time to do divination work, spiritual work, magical work. Anything that you work on this week is going to be in the magical spiritual realm, and the divination realm is going to be great. Because she's a skeleton, there's also energy of amplified energy for ancestral work. So if you have an ancestor altar, maybe it's time to refresh that ancestor altar. If you don't have one, it's a great time to make one, or work with your spirit guides. Hey, you could, work with a talking spirit board, a Ouija board this week. That would also be great if you have an inclination to do that. So anything mystical, magical, spiritual this week. You are really gifted. You are very gifted, Taryn, and doing this magical work is really highlighted for you this week. So I love that. Love Queen of Cups. She's my gal. Love that. Okay, thank you so much, Kim. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Taryn. All right, next is Jen. Jen has a 3-card reading. What does Jen want to know? Just a general. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much. Thanks, Jen. Have you been with me all day here? Amazing. I know you were with me earlier. Thank you so much for doing this. All right, so Jen. All right, Jen. General reading. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's see what we got for you this week.
Jen is my friend on Facebook, so I can take her, and I'm glad to see you here, Jen, on Sunday.
Yes.
Your
oh my
help
gosh.
is always very, very helpful, useful for us.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, you guys. All right, first card that I pulled up is 8 of Pentacles. This is about learning a skill, or not even really learning a skill, but perfecting a skill. It's like practice makes perfect. I love this. So if you can do this, like think about what you'd like to focus on this week and you'd like to perfect this week. So it could be practicing a skill or doing something over and over again until you get good at it, or giving some energy to something that you want to develop within yourself. Now, that could be anything under the sun. It could be a craft, it could be a hobby, it could be a work thing. I mean, there's definitely something material about this because it is a Pentacles card. So it seems more like practicing a skill, like doing something with your hands, or creating something or making something and developing it. The good thing about this is it's possible that this could be something that turns into a moneymaker. It could be a little side business, or it's actually the thing that you make money at. But there's a definite energy of practicing something and getting better and better at it, which is lovely to see. It's also like this idea of the money tree. I'm building a money tree here as I get better and better at this skill. So love seeing that as well. Second card that we see for you is so gorgeous. Celebration of the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a card that sort of shows like a wedding or a big community celebration. It's like this big energy, but it's really a card about public praise, public recognition, public celebration of you or your project. So this is a wonderful card for positive recognition. So if you were thinking, for example, that I'd like to enter into some kind of competition where there's a an award at the end, this could be that showing up for you. Or it could be something as, maybe even less public, but going for like a performance review at work and getting a really good performance review and getting a raise. It's definitely like that. We're heaping praise, or we're putting praise and recognition on your work and what you're doing, or on you. It's people seeing you and applauding what you're doing. So whatever form that takes, awards, raises, a good review, somebody giving you a thumbs up, somebody that you respect telling you that you're doing an amazing job. Any of those could be the possibilities, but you can expect that this week, that there's going to be some positive, warm feedback toward you or your project that's going to feel, and it's going to be proclaimed publicly. It's not a secret, it's something that's out there. So really wonderful card for that. Also, card that says, if you have an opportunity to participate in some public event, if that feels safe and comfortable for you, going out to public celebrations, of course, would be very highlighted this week and would bring you a lot of joy and a lot of happiness and fulfillment doing something like that. Third card is the Eight of Wands. Again, these cards kind of go together. It feels very career, all of this together feels very career toward, as I'm picking up on this. Eight of Wands is a card of bringing focus and things moving quickly. So if things have been a little stagnant lately, or you feel like things aren't moving as quickly as you would like them to move, then bring focus to it. Meaning, put a lot of energy in one direction, spend time on one thing. This isn't a time for multitasking, it's a time for focus. So do whatever you can to bring in that energy and just focus on one thing, and things will move very quickly. You'll have good results. There's going to be no blocks in the road when we see Eight of Wands. So think about a project that you're working on or something that you'd like to achieve, and you can achieve it very quickly. When I see that with this card, I think, wow, whatever you're working on this is not normally, this is a slow process, but with this card next to it, it's not a slow process. It's like you're going to get very good, very skillful, very fast, because you're focusing on it and you're doing it over and over again. And you're going to get that public recognition. People are going to go, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Look at you go. I can't believe you learned that so fast. You're going to get all those wonderful kudos for what you're doing. So it's a really interesting, cool combination of cards. And I like what I see there. It's very, very nice. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jen, for your donation. And thank you for that. I have had a magical afternoon and evening. I'm so glad that you've been with me. You were here early when we were doing our coven thing earlier. Oh my gosh, you guys, let me tell you about the coven. If you don't know about the coven, you need to find out about the coven. Just go to coven.vip here, or go to that QR code right there. This is my special little inner circle with a group of wonderful magical people. And we have all kinds of special little goodies like extra discounts. We have things like a monthly group spell service, monthly tarot card pulls. We have a special private Q&A once a month. We have free classes, free workshops. I mean, the Coven, you get a lot of goodies. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun together, and we have lots of opportunities to get together. Messages. It's really cute and fun. So go check it out. You can go to coven.vip or go to that link on the QR code. What we had earlier today was our monthly tarot card pull where I pull one card for each person. So it was really fun. All right. So next we have, Jen says, I have been writing and building a website. I have 2 meetings this week with my writing circle. This reading really resonates. You're going to get a lot of praise for your work. I love that you're meeting with your writing circle. That's that community celebration for sure. And I think your writing is perfecting and it's going to go fast. If you focus on that writing, it's going to take off like a shot. So that's really good. Anatoly is here. It sounds like an Italian name, Anatoly.
He is always here, and he's the reason I turn my head from time to time. This guy can distract a little.
He's so sweet.
I don't want him to destroy the kitchen.
Whose cat is he? Is he your cat? Is he Yulia, your wife's cat? Or is he your son Daniel's cat?
No, it's a family cat. He loves everyone.
Oh, he doesn't have a special favorite? You must
now
all
he's
feed
trying
him.
to bite the wire of charging cable.
Oh my gosh. He's a wild child. Cutie. All right, Breezy. Breezy's up next with a $10 reading. Thank you, Breezy. One card question. Is Chad coming back into my life romantically? Okay, let's take a look, Breezy. All right. Let's take a look. Ah, look what came up. 8 of Pentacles came up for romance. So this is interesting. When this card shows up in a romantic question, it means that you guys have stuff that you have to work on. I think that that's working on yourself and working on the relationship. Yes, you guys can come back together. Yes, he can come back, but he needs to work on himself and you need to work on yourself and you need to work on the relationship together. Is he willing to work on the relationship? Is he willing to work on himself? That's going to make all the difference. You may be willing to work on yourself, but it takes 2 to tango. So it means he has to have that time. So it may mean time that he needs to reflect and time that he needs to do some changes in his life. And maybe those changes don't happen overnight. Oftentimes, 8 of Pentacles, all Pentacles cards tend to be like one step or another, one step and then another step and another step. They tend to be paced cards, paced energy, meaning like the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. So don't be too eager to get back together again if he hasn't been working on himself and you haven't been working on yourself. And if the two of you aren't willing to work on the relationship, if you do, if he works on himself, you work on yourself and you work together on the relationship, guess what? You can have something very strong and long lasting, like this big, beautiful tree there, something that's vibrant and growing and strong, like an oak tree, right? But that is going to take that work. That's going to take that slow, steady work that happens over time. So it may be a little while, but trust in the process. And if you have an opportunity to talk, find out, is he working on himself? Spend and focus this time on yourself, making yourself the person that you'd like to be, and then together you can work on the relationship and bring it back. It's going to take some work, but it's not horrible work. That guy's happy. He's working happily at it. So it's not like hard work, but it's like a commitment to that work. This is a commitment card, but that means a committed relationship as well. But the committed relationship can only come with the commitment to work on the relationship. So that's what I see there. So hopefully that resonates for you. It makes sense for you. You can pop into the chat and let me know. Thank you so much for your donation. And if you'd like to get a reading, a little check-in on something, you can make a donation, $10 per card. You can make a $20 donation, $30 donation, $40, $50, whatever you want. and I'll do a reading for you. It's great for a little check-in if you want to do a little general reading, or if you want to just help seniors in Ukraine, you can have a general reading. Why not? Get a little benefit from it. This is our way of helping. So thank you so much, Breezy. Thank you. Lady Vader, what would you like to know? Another $10 donation. Thank you so much. One card guidance for recent spell work, which is ongoing. Nan, thank you so much, Nan. Thank you. I know people have their witchy names and then their real names, and sometimes I can't remember them all. I'll call you by either one. It's the same with me. You can call me by my witchy name or my real name. I'm good either way. All right. Okay, Page of Pentacles energy for your spell work, which is ongoing. This is a beginning of something very strong and long lasting. You know that little turnip beet, whatever he is, a little beet. He's looking at the coin, the gold coin, and he's looking at it like, oh my gosh, look what I've got here. He's a page, so he's just beginning in life, right? He's a young teenage guy in the Rider-Waite Smith, but he's a little beat here, right? So what this is saying is that this spell work, if I look at this and I would say this is good ongoing spell work. If what you're wanting is like instantaneous fast results, overnight results, don't really get that energy. But if you're thinking about something that you're ongoing and growing and building, great, you're at a great start. This is a great start for that. So take it step at a time. You know, have the expectation. When I see a Pentacles card, oftentimes I say you're running a marathon, not a sprint. So you're going to see little incremental improvements in whatever you're doing or whatever spell work you're doing. You're going to see little improvements over time. Celebrate those little improvements. Don't be like, oh my gosh, it's taking so long to get there. Celebrate each step of the way. You can celebrate each step of the way. It's a great thing to do, lovely thing to do. So take that and take that information and just know, okay, I'm going for the long haul. This is ongoing spell work. It's going to produce a strong, long-lasting result. It's vibrant, healthy, and growing, but it's going to take time to get to the end result. If there is an end result, maybe it's ongoing work forever. You know, we have lots of ongoing work that we do. Protection work, prosperity work, health work. These are not things that necessarily, I mean, you can do it one and done, but usually these are things that we want all the time. So we can do that all the time and just see those improvements happening over time and see the general trend going up, right? It's good to see. Love that. Okay, so thank you so much, Nan. Thank you. Oh, Breezy says he asked for space to figure something out in his life. So it definitely resonates. Yeah, that sounds great. Breezy, that is great, because if he's working on himself or figuring out things in his life, that's growth. That's working on yourself. That's a great sign. That's good. He's doing that. Glass Goblin is saying these cards are adorable. I know, this is the Silver Acorn Tarot. This was designed by Stephanie Buscema. We sell it at the shop. I did the guidebook for it. She did the deck and all the design and all the concept and everything. This is all her, but I wrote the little guidebook. There's my name on it. We sell these at the Parlor of Wonders with a beautiful tarot bag that goes with it. You can also get it on Stephanie Buscema's site if you go to Stephanie Buscema. Either way, cute little deck there. I know, I love this world that she's created. I just want to live in this world with these animals and skulls and anthropomorphic vegetables and all that stuff. All right, so next on our list of readings is John Paul again. Hi, John Paul again. I have been giving the medication for Jessica. She's doing a little better. Is she headed on the right track for healing? Oh, little Jessica's John Paul's cat. Also water. Did you get her the water fountain so that she drinks more, or give her a little flavored water so that she drinks more water? I think water is also good for her. Make sure to add that to the list of things to help her. All right. Here we go. Knight of Cups energy. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is a card of return. I often think of this as a card of return, coming back to something or someone coming back, right? So we see knights energy is often that, but this is like a card of like coming back. Like I think of her coming back, her health coming back. I think of the health cards usually being as pentacle cards, but this is a water card. Water. I keep getting that message of water for her. Like she needs more water. If you can get her flavored waters, have you been doing it? The water fountain gets her nose because she's a flat-faced Persian. Oh, can you get her a little flavored water maybe, like in a bowl? Might be a good thing to do. They have those little like flavored waters for cats, and you can buy them at the fancy pet stores and things like that. That might be a good thing to get her. So, Knight of Cups is coming back to something, somebody coming back, something coming back. So I see this like energy of her like rallying or coming back. There's definitely a gentleness about it. It's not going to be a fast process, but it's not going to be the slowest one either. Pentacles would be the slowest one. But it's like a gentle, like slowly getting better and better and better. But I think liquids are like going to be helpful in this whole situation. I give her water with a spoon. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Yeah, if you can give her some of those little flavored waters, oh my gosh, she'll lap those up. Or you can just do what I do and see if your doctor says it's okay. I'm not a vet, so you have to ask your vet first. But you can get tuna with no salt in it. The cats are not good with salt, and she definitely doesn't need any salt. But you can get tuna with no salt and she can have some tuna juice, which is a nice little treat. And it's liquid and it's water and it's getting into her. So I think that's really the key here. Oh my gosh, all those fish around him too. Lovely card of like healing, being a process that flows and it gradually gets better and better and better. So I like seeing that. It's really good. Yeah. It's cute little Jessica. Lady Bear says, thank you for the reading. I'm working towards successfully being able to communicate with a possible mentor. I hope a senior can now have a meal. Thank you so much. They're so kind, man. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, John Paul, too. Thank you. You've been so consistent. Devon. Oh my gosh. Devon is feeding a whole senior. Devon, you're the best.
Thank you.
Devon, are you following? Does Devon follow you, Yvonne?
I don't think so.
Devon, if you have a Facebook, follow Yvonne on Facebook and you can see the seniors that you're helping and he'll thank you for your donation. Anybody, all of you guys, that includes all of you, Nan, John Paul, if you guys have a Facebook account, Breezy, Alan, Kim, Taryn, Leslie, Glasgow, if you want to see the senior that you're helping, follow Yvonne. Okay, so Devon says, I want a general week ahead guidance. Thank you for both for the beautiful work that you do. You're so sweet. Well, thank you for your donation. You're part of this. You guys are all part of this, whether you're donating, whether you're watching, whether you're participating or just viewing it, you're all part of it. You are all part of it. All right, so let's take a look and see. And if you'd like to get a reading, maybe you're sitting there in the wings and you're like, oh, I'd like to get a reading, do it. You can either donate through Super Chat down below if you're on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook or Twitter, you can donate through Venmo. It's $10 per card. And you can get a reading, a general reading or a reading on a topic, or you can make a donation, anything. It's all good. All good. All good. All right. So week ahead. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's really nice. Good reading, Devon. Okay, first card that shows up is the Lover's card. Lover's card showing up. So Lover's card can be about romance. Absolutely. Maybe romance is in the air, Devon. You know, maybe romance is in the air, right? Romance with the Lover's card. But it's also about partnerships of any kind. We think of this, this card represents Gemini energy. Gemini energy, Devon. Devon is a Gemini. That's why I'm laughing. So Gemini energy is partnership, connecting to people, and finding really good partnerships. So this week coming up, think about partnership, whether those are romantic partnerships or friendships or work partnerships, but you can partner with some really good partners this week. So if you see opportunities to join forces with somebody, that is the thing to do. That is the thing to do. Absolutely. This is like having allies and people that you work with and you work with closely on whatever, or you're in a friendship or relationship or anything, but there's a real tight knit quality of this partnership that's like compatible, sweet, harmonious, and wonderfully connected. This is the Gemini card. So Geminis, when we think of Geminis, the Geminis are symbolized by the twins. Yvonne, do you know any twins?
I'm sorry.
Do you know any twins?
In my life?
Yeah,
Mm,
like
yeah,
friends or people at
yeah, I do.
school. And what
Yeah.
were the when you invited the twins, did you ever invite one twin? You always invited both twins, right?
I usually don't invite them at all.
Double trouble, right?
Yeah, of course.
But when we think about twins, we think about them being a unit, right? So a unit is like, well, I know twins. I have lovely friends that are twins. And rarely with my twin friends do I invite one. I always invite both, right? Let's invite the twins. We even refer to them, let's invite the twins. We don't give them by their names. We do we do it by the name of the twins, right? So that's a very tight unit when we think of twins. So this is the possibilities for this week is having these really tight, like really wonderful, tight partnerships of some kinds, whether it's a relationship, friendships, but it's like really bonding with somebody and really being a team together, which I love. Wonderful partnerships opening up for you. Now, following that, we have the Two of Swords. This makes me a little like, because this would mean I have an opportunity for love with the lovers, but I may not quite be ready to open up my heart to it. Interesting. Could be a possibility for you this week that there's a little flirtation going on, but maybe you are holding back or you're protecting your heart in some way. Two of Swords is this little owl who is crossing his arms or his wings across his chest and holding these two swords, like, oh, I'm ready for anything. But there's no danger around, right? Where's the danger? There's a calm sea, clear sky, nothing happening, but he's blindfolded, so he doesn't know that nothing's happening, and so he can't see. But this is a reminder that all is well. Now, and you can open up your heart slowly. You don't have to rush into anything. You can open your heart slowly. You can open your heart slowly to this partnership. Sometimes the Two of Swords can also mean making a decision, like being at a crossroads. Do I go this way or that way? And if that's the case for this week, then what you need to know is that you make this decision with logic, not emotion. Two of Swords is about looking at something logically. So look at it logically, do a pros and cons list when you have to make a decision, and then you'll be in good shape to make that decision with confidence. All right. Third card is our Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, things moving quickly, things moving swiftly. Focus being put on one thing. This is like focus on one project or focus on one thing, and you'll find it moves very quickly for you. We saw this card earlier. This is a card about all the wands, all the staffs, all the javelins, all the arrows, all the whatever's flying through the air. It's got no resistance. It's flying through the air very quickly, very swiftly, but they're all moving in one direction. This is not chaotic. This is organized. So be organized, be focused, and things will go fast for you. In particular, if you have to get to something quickly, focus on it. Really put your focus and energy all on that one thing, and things will move very quickly. If there's a project that you're working on, this is like smooth sailing. It's going to go quickly. There's not going to be any bumps in the road. It's just going to go through as you expect it to, and it's going to go and manifest very quickly. Great card for manifestations, manifesting quickly, by the way. So if you want to manifest something and you want to manifest it quick, do it this week. Be very, very good for you. Lastly, cutie little Gemini girl running around with her friends. Look at that party there. That's the party I want to go to. Three of Cups. They're having tea. They're in their cute little witch costumes. They're flying around on their brooms and they're celebrating successes. So this is a week of celebration for you. Get out with your close friends, good friends, get out with delightful people. Have some celebrations, celebrate your successes, celebrate your wins. There's lots to celebrate this week. I see like really, good partnerships and fast moving projects. This is a good week. So by the end of the week, you can be celebrating something. You did something. We did it, and we did it fast, and it went through quickly. I mean, in a work situation or in your private life, anyway that you choose to channel this energy, it's going to be a big celebration at the end. So I love seeing that. What a cute card. Who doesn't want to hang out with that gal? I know I do. And that one. And that one. I want to hang out with all of them. So lots of fun, friendships, warm, beautiful, beautiful energy of partnership as well. Oh, Devon says, I love that you're doing this on Sunday. Thank you. See, Sunday is a better day. We got a lot of good
Yeah,
feedback
I
about
see
Sunday.
this.
Yeah, a lot more people able to come, and yeah. Oh my gosh, Kim and Taryn, no reading, just an extra donation. Thank you so much, you guys. You are so kind. Thank you, all of you who have donated. You're so kind. Why is my phone ringing? Oh. So, okay, Vicky, you have a question. Vicky, do you want to put your question into the chat? You can go ahead and do that. Interesting. Fingers crossed for some happy excitement and success. Thank you so much, Devon says. Wonderful, Devon. I know. Interesting. Lover's card showing up. I don't know. You tell me. Cynthia says, hello, Pamita and Lovewitch, and also Yvonne. You two have been very busy. We have been very busy today. Hi, Yvonne. So nice to see you on a Sunday helping the grandparents. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much for coming, Cynthia. It's so nice to see you here. Vicky, good to see you again. I just sent $10 for reading for my health, please. All right, let's look at Vicky's health. What does Vicky need to know about her health? All right, let's take a look and see. Okay, Vicky, we got a card, an intense card. It's a good one, though. It's a good advice card. The Devil card is showing up. This is an interesting card to show up in a health issue. It doesn't mean bad health, but it does mean bad habits. So for your health to improve, it's very easy to improve. This card is telling me it's actually an easy thing to improve. And I wouldn't be scared of this Devil card at all. Devil card is about habits, addictions, and things that we are keeping us trapped in some way. You know, like these little moths are trapped in that little ribbon, but they're not really trapped. They can get out of it, but they're just sort of fixated on the flamey devil in front of them, right? So this is a great time for you, Vicky, to reassess your habits or your habits that you'd like to have, like your good habits and your bad habits, right? We can all do that. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. What we have to do is say, I haven't been exercising very much. I've put on a few pounds. Maybe I need to exercise a little bit more. Or, I just eat a lot of sugar, or maybe I drink too much, or maybe I smoke. Those habits that we have that we know better. We know better. And we should act on what we know. That's what it's saying. There's a habit that needs to be addressed, whether it's a good habit that we've let go or a bad habit that we've let take over our life. That's where your health is going to come in. So this is a beautiful week for you to reassess and recommit to your good health. Change those habits. They say it takes 21 days to change a habit. So it's not going to happen overnight. But if you've slipped off in some way, like maybe we all do it, right? Like I exercise a lot and now I'm exercising less. I need to get back on the exercise thing. I'm eating a lot of sugar. It's not really good for me, or I'm eating the wrong kinds of fats that aren't good for me, or maybe I've gained a few pounds, or maybe I've lost a few pounds. Maybe I'm not, it could be anything. But the point is there are habits that you can change. They're going to positively affect your health, really positively affect your health. I want to pull. Yeah, see, this is the card. The next card I pull is the Star card. The Star card is saying your dreams and your wishes and all of it come true. The thing that you're envisioning for your good health, you can have good health. But the good health issue is coming about because of habits, and the good habits that you adopt and bad habits that you drop. So that's what you need to focus on for this week to start to get your health to the place where it is this beautiful Star card. Star card is peaceful, calm, beautiful, light shining around you, your dreams coming true, all of that. So if your dream is having good health, then this is the very practical advice to do. Does that make sense for you, Vicky? Are there some habits that you could improve? You tell me in the chat and let me know, okay? Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much, Vicky, for your donation too. Kim and Taryn, thank you for your extra donation. You're just the cutest. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Anybody else that wants a reading before we wrap up? Now's your last chance. We're in the home stretch of this. So let me know if you'd like a reading. Let's add up our numbers for today. Did you add them up already, Yvonne?
How many cars were in the last reading? One or two?
One.
One. Okay.
Like
At the moment, we have 190.
190. Let's see. Okay.
Mhm.
And did you get Taryn and the last one?
I didn't count the last donation for Kim and Taryn because I don't know the amount.
Oh, it's for and then we had another one. Hold on. We're getting there. It was an extra 20. And then we just had Cynthia with one card. Thank you so much, Cynthia. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 220.
Right now, along with Kim, Taryn, and Cynthia, yeah.
220. Okay, great. Okay. Well, look at us. 220, you guys. We got 5.5 grannies fed. 5.5. That one granny is only going to get half unless we get $20 more. All right. Cynthia says, thank you so much, Cynthia. I'm looking to move. Do you see anything regarding moving? Okay, let's see. All right, let's take a look and see. 220 raised so far. So good, you guys. Thank you so much. We're doing awesome today.
That's excellent that we started doing this on Sunday because I usually have some problems with the starting a new week.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and now every Monday my mood will be excellent and I will be supercharged for the next week, for the upcoming week.
Because you'll be hanging out with the cool kids, all these kids that are here. These are the cool kids right here. All right, so we have 7 of Wands, Cynthia. So about moving, this is a great card. This is a card of success, but it's a card of success that is like earned and won, right? If you look at that little pumpkin guy, he's gotten to the top of the hill and there's all these, guys down below. He's on the top of the cliff, these guys down below. But he's gotten to the top of the hill, right, first. So it's competitive. So I think about moving, there's an energy of like competition, probably competition looking for the new place or looking for the new house or the new apartment or whatever it is you're looking for. And a feeling like you have to really be on your A game to get this happening. Definitely a Wands card, you're going to have to take action. It's not like just sit back and do nothing. To get the move, to make this move happen, you've got to put in effort. But I liken this effort a little bit to, it's kind of like if you are climbing a mountain and you're a mountain climber, right? I'm not a mountain climber. So climbing a mountain to me is like something I watch in a movie. It's not something I do, right? But for a mountain climber, why don't they just drop them off at the top of the mountain? Yvonne, when a mountain climber is climbing, why don't they just take a helicopter and take them to the top of the mountain?
Because people want to achieve a great result with their own power, own force, and because if you do this by yourself and if you overcome all the circumstances, the result is much sweeter.
Yeah, exactly. There's an exhilaration in climbing the mountain. I did it. All of the challenges and I overcame it. So there's definitely a reason that people climb mountains, and it's not just to get to the top of the mountain, it's to have the experience. So as we look at moving for you, Cynthia, it's going to be, like an effortful experience moving, but the result will be so sweet when you get to the top. This is a card of success, even in competitive situations. So if you are worried that, oh my gosh, the housing market, it's really hard to buy a house or find an apartment or any of that, I want you to get in your head and shift your thinking as like, I'm going to do this. Even in a tight housing market, people get houses, people get apartments. I'm going to get the perfect situation in perfect timing, and it's going to be through my effort that I'm going to do it, and I can do it. I can do it. So you need to give yourself a real pep talk. Also, you need to take action on it. You cannot sit back or, go like, oh, well, it's all going to figure itself out. This is, like you have to put in action and effort, but the result will be sweet. It will be a sweet victory when you get there. So just know it's not hard work. I mean, it's not like heavy, like the 10 of Wands. It's just like, you know what? I'm climbing a mountain today. That's what I'm doing. And I love climbing a mountain because I can see that I can do it and I can see that I can overcome the obstacles. And so I'm going to do it. So have that mindset that's very optimistic and positive, like the wands, that is really going to say, I can do this. And even if it's effortful, it's not going to be hard, like horrible, but it is effortful. And I have the energy to do this. And I have the optimism to do it. That's what this is saying. Hopefully that resonates for you. Let me know in the chat how it makes sense. All right. Yes, thank you. I'll stay positive and focused. Yeah, you can do it. It's just a card that says you can do it, right? So you got it. You got this, girl. That's what I'll say to you. All right, let's look at our next one. We got some more. Devon made another donation and Maria made a donation. Wonderful. Thank you. So we've got 2 cards for Devon and 1 card for Maria. So now we're at 250. Okay, great. All right, so Devon. Oh, Vicky says, thank you so much. What a great reading. It makes so much sense. Good. I'm glad, Vicky. Yeah, it's like good health comes from good habits. So just get back on the train. Devon says, I just sent $20. Couldn't leave a granny with half of her food.
Devon, why aren't you my friend on Facebook? This
Devon,
is weird, by the way. This is very weird.
Well, I think this is the first time Devon's come to this. I just know Devon through all the
No,
other things.
it's not the first time.
It isn't?
I remember this nickname, Devo Expo, and definitely he was there at least once, one time, maybe even 2 times
Okay,
before.
Devon.
I mean on Thursdays.
Yvonne is really wanting your friend. Maybe Yvonne is your new partner, although he's married. He can't be your romantic partner, but maybe your partner in having fun and doing good things for Ukraine.
Oh
But yeah.
yeah, I adore video chatting, and when I have free time, of course,
Yeah.
which is rare, and I can tell you many interesting things about Ukraine and life in general.
It's great getting a call from Yvonne, I tell you. Yeah, so Devon, friend Yvonne on Facebook or on Instagram. I don't know which one you're on. I think you're on
Facebook is better because I can take a person in the graded post.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Devon. You're so sweet. You are so kind. Maria, do you have a question? I don't know reading what just wanted tonight. Well, thank you, Maria. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Let's do with Taryn we had 2 from Taryn, 2 from Devon, and 1 from Maria. Let's do a 5-card general reading for the collective for everybody for this week. How about we do that? We'll do a 5-card reading for your donations. Thank you so much, you guys. Let's not let those donations go unrecognized. Let's do a 5-card reading for everybody. What is in the air out there in the world? What do we need to look out for? What opportunities are coming our way? What do we need to know? All right, let's see what we need to know. Oh, I like it so far already. Good. Also good. Cute as can be. All right. Okay. Here's what we've got to work on this week. This is for everyone, a reading for the collective. And it's thanks to the donations of Maria, Devon, and Taryn and Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, one more card. I need one more card. Okay, good. All right. This is your message for the week, everyone. First card is 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is a card about decision making. Oh my gosh, there's so many choices. How do I choose? This can be a great card. Like having lots of choice can be an amazing thing. Oh my gosh, I could do this, or I could do that, or I could do the other thing. What we don't want to happen is this, the 5 of Wands. We get so confused by our choices that we're often 10 different directions. I'm a big This is a big problem for me. Too much multitasking and I can't get focused and it's hard. So we want to avoid the 5 of Wands energy, which is a little bit chaotic, a little bit, it's nothing's getting done because we're running around like a chicken with our head cut off. It's like, no, this is a really, it's not horrible, but it's just disorganized, right? So when we see 7 of Cups show up, what we have to do, remember, this is a Cups card. Cups is about the heart and intuition and spirit and soul, right? So we make our choices based on what our intuition says. How do we tap into that intuition? We have to be still. We have to be quiet, and we have to let that little voice inside of us get a chance to speak. It's such a small voice. All the noise out there in the world, the stimulation of our telephones and advertisements and television on and all of these things, it can be so much. We need to be still and quiet. And then we need to think about each of the choices that we're making, each of the opportunities that are being presented to us. And we need to sit and come from a feeling place to see how it feels. Like, try it on. It's like trying on a piece of clothes, right? So if we think about our choices, like, gosh, I could go, I could spend my vacation at home, or I could spend my vacation going to this place or that place, or I could just skip my vacation altogether and just work and take the money, double money or whatever. Think about this. Take each of those choices. When you're confronted with a choice this week, take each of those choices and sit with it and see how it makes you feel. When I think about taking a vacation at home, I mean, it's okay. It doesn't really sound very fun because I'll probably be cleaning house and doing that the whole time. It won't feel like much of a vacation. I don't feel very good about that one. When I think about working through my vacation and not taking a vacation at all, that doesn't feel very good. I need some rest and relaxation and regrouping. When I think about taking a vacation, I could take one close by. That doesn't sound too bad. It won't be too expensive. I won't have to airfare. You just drive someplace. That feels really good. Oh, I could go to Catalina. I could take a little boat over to the island off of here. That would be nice. That's not too expensive, and it's nice weather right now. Oh, I feel good about that. Do you see how that whole decision-making process happened? And I looked at what my feeling was when I visualized or imagined the scenario. So that's how you make your decision this week. You look, stay still, listen with your heart, and see what your heart says. Your heart's either going to say no or it's going to say yes. Listen to your heart. Even if your logical mind is, you should go to work and not take a vacation. But if your heart is saying, I really need a vacation, listen to that little voice inside. It's telling you something you need to know. That's what the 7 of Cups is about. Okay. Also, this week is a great week for learning and research. This is self-learning. This could be picking up a book, learning about a new skill, or maybe taking a little class on your own, or somehow learning something, learning spiritual things. The Hermit card is all about spirituality. He is shining enlightenment out for someone else. So what you learn this week, you will be able to pass on to others, either through things that you create or information that you give, or just by being the light in the world. This is what you're going to do. So learning this week can be really powerful. Pick up a book. Maybe you have some books. Maybe you're like me and you have 10 books next to your bed and you're like, I'm going to get to those one day. Spend some time, focus on those books. Don't be scattered running around like this. Books take focus to read. So spend some time with a book, absorbing something, learning something new, gaining new information. The Hermit card is about researching and learning. I would even recommend, like I say, a book would be great because it's not going to be distracting like learning on the computer. A book would be a great thing to pick up this week with the Hermit card. Take time for pleasure this week. Eat a strawberry or a passion fruit. We were talking about this earlier in the session today. How beautiful that juicy strawberry lady looks. She's very juicy looking. Find pleasure. Slow down this week. I mean, take some time to really focus, like, oh, this water is flavored water. This water smells so good. It tastes so good. It's so refreshing. Oh, it feels so good to drink some water. Oh, the glass is so cool. Think about the senses. Engage your senses. Smell, not just the obvious ones, listening and seeing. Those other senses, smell, touch, how something feels. Get into it. Think about it. Focus on it. That mindfulness practice is going to bring so much to you. Last message for the collective, Knight of Pentacles, slow down. That's another card to slow down. This is a week where we need to just slow it down. Summer has wound down. We're now moving into fall. It's time to slow down, get cozy, stay inside a little bit, read a book. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing, doesn't it? How's the weather there in Kiev? Is it cold yet?
It's a very mild weather. It's about 24 degrees
No, Americans
in
know what you're
Celsius,
saying
of
when you say
course.
24 degrees.
The leaves has became to get yellow and
Oh,
red, but
starting?
there is still a lot of there is still a lot of green leaves here. But the breath of autumn
Starting.
is felt
Starting.
very good.
Yeah. Well, this is a time to slow down this week. Get slow, enjoy those sensual pleasures, those beautiful little pleasures we can have throughout the day. Pick up a good book. And when it comes time to make a decision, don't get all running around crazy. Stop that for this week. And when it comes time to make a decision, choose with your heart. Such a good way. You know what this reminds me? This reminds me of something. I think I talk about it in my book. I've been doing the audio book for my book, so that's all coming back to me again. The tarot book. Um, there's a saying that if it isn't a hell yeah, it's a no. If it isn't a really enthusiastic yes to something, it should be a no.
Hmm.
Yes, obviously there's things we have to. No one says an enthusiastic yes to changing a baby's diaper or emptying a litter box or doing anything like that. But when it comes to choices where we have choice, like it's not a requirement. If it's something that someone's asking us to do and we're not feeling that level of excitement and enthusiasm, the answer should be no.
Hmm.
Save that energy
Agree.
for the things that you have the enthusiasm for, that you have the passion for. That's the way to make those decisions too. So it's another way of saying listen to your heart. So there's the message for the collective, you guys. Oh, this is a really beautiful reading for the collective. Thank you, Glass Gavlin. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so fun hanging out with you and so fun doing these readings. We made $250 today thanks to Feed Seniors. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to you guys. What a gift. What a blessing. And if you'd like to see those seniors, follow Yvonne on Facebook and you can see the seniors who help. Let's show that one that we were going to highlight. I forgot we were going to highlight one and we didn't do it. Let's show you one of the seniors who Yvonne helps and you can get a sense of that. Hold on just a second. I need to get to that. Hold on. Where's my desktop? Oh, there it is. Okay. I think this is it. Yep, this is her. Okay, let's make it nice and big so everybody can see. Because we're going to see, she's got a cute little friend with her.
Not little, not little,
A cute big friend with her.
but very cute.
Okay, can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. So tell us about
Actually,
this
I
grant.
wanted to describe this granny on Thursday, but as some of you know, I have just recovered, well, almost recovered from coronavirus, and on Thursday I was in a very bad condition, and I asked Madame Pamita to help me with the stream and to cover me in this. So her name is Margarita. Second name is Mikhailovna, and she's the one of our most, let's say, old clients, because we are helping we help her from the very beginning of the war, since, as I believe, March 2022. Yeah, and she's 87, and she has never left her flat during the last 2 years, maybe even three, because she has some problems with the legs, as many of our grannies. And she has a beautiful cat, Nusha. You can see the breed. He is British guy. He weighs no less than 7, maybe 7.5 kilograms. So he's very,
Big boy.
yeah. They they really got used to our help. I mean, both Margarita and the cat. And why is this photo is symbolic for me? Because this is the first case of cooperation with our local Ukrainian volunteer. Ukrainian, not Western. This is very interesting. interesting experience for me, because this girl wrote to me by herself, and she offered some help. She's dealing with some Western, uh, I don't know, companies, maybe charities who help animals, and she offered to send a couple of four boxes of cat meals, two of which you can see on this photo. And of course, I accepted this with a big gratitude, because usually I buy cat meals by myself, and these meals they allowed me to save some money for Margarita person. So I had an opportunity to buy much more human food. Yeah, and you can see you can. Margarita seems not to be very happy, but no, it's not true. She's in a big tension while trying to hold Nusha, and yeah, you can see his face. He is not very happy here, and we tried to make this photo several times, because he goes to my lips. He likes this, and he I don't know why, but he doesn't like to sit on Margarita's lips. So this is the a photo of a little bit struggling, but I can assure you they both are happy. Yeah, and she's very sweet granny, and when I uh, collected advices from them, her advice was that the main thing in the universe is love. Everything else is secondary. If you have love inside, if you can radiate it into the universe, it will it will return like hundredfold. I hope I use the correct
Yes,
word.
yes. Well, that's
Yeah,
what you guys are all doing. You're radiating love into the world, and look at the impact it's having. It's wonderful that the Ukrainian donor got cat food to you too. So
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, a lot of times these the grannies have a pet, a dog or a cat, and they make sacrifices for
Some
the
of them
animal.
even help stray cats, and try to feed dozens of them.
Oh my
And
God.
by the way, I still have two boxes, and this package will be delivered to a granny who feeds stray cats. I think it will happen in a week, according to
Oh,
how we move on our key. By the way, very slowly. The last week was disgusting. 20,
nine.
27
I think you had
or
29.
29 deliveries.
Yeah.
29 deliveries. This is very bad, because
Yeah.
we should have at least 36. At least 40 is okay. It's normal, because we have almost 200 grannies,
Yeah.
and if we want to visit them like once in 5 weeks, which is month with a little tail, we should have 40. We should have 40 deliveries per week, and 29. This is disgusting, and if it will continue, if it continues, it will lead to stretching the intervals. So it will be one visit in 6 weeks or even 7 weeks, which is not appropriate, because the quantity of food is calculated to be enough for 2 weeks of
Yeah.
groceries. So if we will be slowly, it will be. If we are slowly, it will be very bad for
Yeah.
grannies.
Yeah.
We had a bad experience when we stretched the intervals up to 6 weeks. Uh, for example, you are visiting a granny, and there is no food in the fridge. I mean, at all. It's like from the supermarket,
Mm,
absolutely empty.
mm, mm. Well, this is wonderful to meet Margarita and her kitty cat, and you guys. Oh, $2 just popped in. Thank you. Oh, Dia, thank you so much. Extra $2. I love it. Thank you so much. All of you guys, every donation is bringing light into this world and bringing something. Yes. Glass Gavlin says, God bless for helping the animals too. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I post about the animals all the time on my, me. I post about the animals all the time. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna let's see if I can get that share off. We're going to be back here again next week. Even though I'm going to be doing some traveling, I'll be back in time for us to do this. This will be when I come back from my trip. I'm going to Northwest Tarot Symposium, but we will be meeting next week, next Sunday. I love this on Sunday. Love the new crowd, and I love the old timers that are here. It's great to see all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys are so special to me. Yvonne, you're so special too, doing all this work to really help in the world. You're a big, huge light in the world, and we're so thankful.
Oh, come
for
on.
you. I hope you feel better. And next Sunday, you're going to be perfect.
Actually, I'm right now.
But you're coughing still. So
It's not a problem.
Dia says, wish you all Godspeed for all the help you give to the elders. Wonderful. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for joining us here. We'll be back again next week. Hey, come join us. It's a big fun tarot party. You can come and hang out. You can get a reading.
Join
You
us
can
and
watch us.
bring your friends, because
Yeah.
what we need right now is a couple of dozens of new members.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Put out the intention. Let's do a spell for it, Yvonne. What do you think? Should I do a spell?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll do a spell.
of course.
All right, that's what I'll do tomorrow at the shop. All right, you guys have a great night, everyone. I'm going to wrap up now, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much, everyone. You're the best. Love you all
Thank
so
you.
much. Love you all so much. Take care. All right, have a
Bye-bye.
great day, Yvonne, and we'll take a look at your grannies on your Instagram.
We are not interrupting, correct?
What do you mean?
I mean, when you push the button, we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here. I haven't ended it yet.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, we will look on your Instagram and your Facebook to see the grannies that we helped today.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
The result is good, so there will be a lot of photos today.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you next